Today in Getting Real with the Housewives, the future of Real Housewives of New Jersey is up in the air as Alexia and Todd are not communicating but in therapy. Plus, Alexis Bellino talks her sex life and LVP throws shade at her former Beverly Hills co-stars. And Caroline Stanbury talks new friendships and her new face.
So, you know, my old face is on that show still, which is really weird, but yeah. But my new face.
Your new face. You look
great.
So good. We've got that plus so much more on today's Getting Real with the Housewives. Hey everyone, I'm Christina and welcome to Getting Real with the Housewives. So much news to get to this week, including the future of the Real Housewives of New Jersey. As we know, it is up in the air. We've been talking about it for a while, but a source tells Us Weekly that it won't be a hard reboot like New York City, but likely they'll get rid of people from both sides because it's so fractured. Now, it's been widely reported, with even Andy Cohen confirming, that New Jersey will not be getting a traditional reunion for season 14 because of the broken relationships within the show's cast. On his radio show, he said, "We are going to cross next season as that comes. Right now, we're just kind of focusing on, okay, well, if we're not doing a conventional reunion, what are we doing and what is something different that we could do?" Your guess is as good as mine. I mean, I think that maybe they'll go back and do some interviews after this finale to get everybody's reaction. Maybe they'll break it up into groups. I mean, we've seen at BravoCon, they've had to split up these panels for the past couple years too. So it really, there's just no path forward. It just, while I'm still enjoying this season, it just doesn't feel right. I mean, you know, the ladies are doing some shady things by, you know, sending each other screenshots of text message conversations. You know, Joe Gorga's throwing Teresa's envelope in the fire. Like, it's messy. So I think there'll definitely be a reboot. What that looks like, I don't know. Maybe Teresa and Louis will have their own show. Maybe Melissa and Joe will. I don't know. Please let me know in the comments what you think, because I'd love to get your opinions. All right, well, Real Housewives of Miami star Alexia and her husband Todd aren't communicating despite her recent revelation that they're in couples therapy during their divorce. A source tells us that Todd and Alexia are not on speaking terms at the moment after the podcast. They hit a bump in the road, but she is still holding on to hope that they're going to save their marriage. Now, the revelation comes after Alexia revealed she was working on her marriage despite Todd's divorce filing. On a recent episode of Two Teas in a Pod, she told Teddy Mellencamp and Tamra Judge that she and Todd were attending counseling together. She said, "We've gone to therapy. We're doing couples therapy." But when asked if they had hooked up since the split, she said, "Yes, of course. We've done it all. We love each other. We're super into each other. It's not because of that." I mean, it seems to be hard to not communicate, but you're in couples therapy. So I don't know. Hopefully they can work something out. I know that she loves him very, very much. She really wants this marriage to work. Hopefully he does as well. But it's crazy to me that cameras are not rolling in Miami right now, because there's just so much juicy content that I wish cameras were capturing. But I'm sure once they do pick back up, it will be wonderful as always. All right, moving on over to Beverly Hills, because PK celebrated a milestone in his sobriety journey after announcing his separation from Dorit Kemsley. He captioned an Instagram post on June 16th, which showed his progress on the 12 Steps app, writing, "On Father's Day, the greatest gift I can give my 5 kids is to remain sober. Grateful and proud to say this weekend I am 6 months. Happy Father's Day to all you great dads out there doing your best." Now, as we know, before the news of their split, they publicly weathered breakup speculation for months and months and months. Dorit even discussed their ups and downs during season 13 of Beverly Hills, saying PK was drinking a lot and he's a drinker. I just think that it's very difficult to have clear-headed conversations when he's drinking so much, so he gave up drinking. So it seems like this has been an issue for quite some time. 6 months sober, that's a big milestone, so congrats to PK. It seems like he is putting in the work. And hopefully he and Dorit can either work things out or come to some sort of great co-parenting, friendship, relationship. So we wish them the best. All right. Well, Lisa Vanderpump was on the Not Skinny But Not Fat podcast and was asked which of the 3 Real Housewives of Beverly Hills stars she'd rather be stuck on a deserted island with. Her options were Brandi Glanville, Kyle Richards, and Lisa Rinna. After hearing only Brandi's name, Lisa interjected, "You've got to give me something good, like one good person." However, she was equally displeased when Kyle and Lisa's names were mentioned. After Lisa asked how long she'd have to be trapped on the island, the host decided 5 days would be sufficient. So she said, "Oh, I couldn't last 5 days with any of them. I just couldn't. I have to plead the fifth and pass. I couldn't think of anything worse." Amanda Hirsch, who hosts the podcast, pointed out that Lisa once had been tight with Kyle, as we know, to which Lisa replied, "Well, I thought I was, but that's obviously not a friendship." Oh, Lisa always throwing in that to Kyle shade whenever she can. She also said on the podcast that around the speculation about the Morgan Wade rumors, she said that, you know, it's people are only interested when people aren't interested in what's going on, they're interested in the mystery. And I kind of do agree with that. I think that if Kyle is forthcoming about her friendship, which she has been, she said that they're just really good friends, people wouldn't be speculating that much. But I think we'll get probably more answers on this upcoming season of Beverly Hills, I definitely think. All right, well, things are heating up in the OC, and Alexis Bellino is giving her insight into her and John Jansen's steamy relationship. She opened up about her sex life with John during an appearance on Two Teas in a Pod. Tamara asked her if she has sex more than 4 times a day, like Larsa Pippen. She replied, "Well, it's more than that. I told him that I didn't know that the human anatomy could do this because I keep telling him I'm going to have to get vaginal rejuvenation." TMI. Alexis went on to explain why she and John are able to keep their sex drive so high, telling the Bravo celebrities, "Keep in mind the difference is we do stay together almost 7 nights a week now, but through our relationship it has progressed to that. Because I have 3 kids still, so we can't stay the night every single night together unless he wants to come to me." She added, "I'll come over to his house twice a month, twice a week. I'll stay there, and then 1 night a week we're apart, so it's not like you're married, it's different." There's things that like we need to know about the Housewives, and there's things that we don't. I feel like this falls into the things we don't pile. It's just, I didn't need to know that Alexis and John have sex more than 4 times a day. Let me know in the comments if you needed that information. All right, well, keeping it in OC because Jennifer is trying her best to navigate Shannon and Alexis's complicated relationship. She told us, "Working that dynamic the entire season was so hard because I like Alexis. I can see how hard it is for Shannon, and being within that dynamic, you're constantly caught in the middle. I'm either pissing Shannon off by being sweet with Alexis, or I'm pissing Alexis off by being friendly with Shannon, and it's just this battle that goes on for us the entire season." Now, ahead of the premiere, Jennifer is unsure if viewers will end up siding with one person over the other. She said, "I think everybody has compassion for Shannon for sure, and I think everybody wants Alexis to be happy. It is a weird spot." I'm very excited about this season. Like I said, that trailer it was just epic. So I think that we're definitely I'm sure people are gonna feel for both sides. I mean, you want Alexis to be happy, but also you're dating Shannon, and she and Shannon have this really strange history because her ex-husband sued Shannon and won. So it's going to be very different dynamic this season, and I think it's going to be really good. I can't wait to dive into OC this season with you guys. All right, well, things are heating up in Dubai, and this season we are seeing some new changes for Caroline Stanbury. New home, new friendships, and a new face. She told us all about it, so take a look. Are you happy with...
I'm over the moon. I wish I'd done it earlier. I mean, I think if you want to do it, and I'm now the face of plastic surgery, let's face it, I say do it. Yeah. I think, you know, I thank God I didn't have time to really think about it, and I just flew in after BravoCon. I met my doctor for a good 20 minutes, I think that was it. Okay. Flew in after BravoCon at 2:30 in the morning, and I was on a table by 5:30.
Wow, okay. Yeah. So yeah, you didn't have time to
contemplate. No, which is the best thing, because I think we all and ah for years going next year, this year. Right. Just do it.
What I do like about this season so far is that you and Chanel are in a really good place. Did that take you by surprise?
Took me by a shock. I think hell freezing over, which, you know, but I like to admit in my life, which I will, when you're wrong, you're wrong. And I was wrong. And, you know, I think getting to know each other, we understood that we're weirdly very similar. Sure. And we both have teenagers, we both went away to school, albeit very different. Yeah. But our reactions to things, I've now understood why she walks into this room like this and why she is the way she is, which means, and to know her is to love her.
Yeah. Yeah. What kind of shifted? Was there like a specific moment?
Yeah. I think after BravoCon, we realized, and reunion, sorry, reunion, I want to say, really. It got so bad and dark that we were like, okay, where do you even go from there, right? And I think we just, let's just sit down, and we did it without telling anybody. Yeah. And I think when you do that, there's no one to prepare them and say, don't, or she's this, or she's that, and put a noise in your, ear. And we decided just to try and get through to each other on a personal level without the cameras, without the noise, and see if we actually liked each other. And then we realized what had really been going on behind our backs.
Right. So when you told the outside, what was everybody else's reaction?
Not great.
Not great.
Got to be honest.
Yeah.
Not great, but we've kind of managed to forge a way through it. We're very strong characters.
Sure, yeah.
And we're both very, very uplifting women. And if you listen to my podcast at all out there, Uncut and Uncensored, all I do is champion women and lift women. So why would I come on to a show and then try and drag them down? Sure. It's not who I am as a person. So that's why I think the audience was so confused by you're being portrayed this way, but we've watched you for years and you're this way. So I think now people see me again for, who I was or am. And I think, the real me is very visible.
I mean, I have to say, Caroline Stanbury looks absolutely fantastic. She looks good. She's happy in her relationship. She's exploring whether or not they want to have a child together, whether she carries it, whether they explore surrogacy. So she seems to be in a really good spot, and I love Caroline Stanbury. Love it. All right, well, moving on to our social spotlight of the week, and it goes to Luann de Lesseps, who is just living her best life right now. She took this video of her just dancing in the club, not giving 0 F's about what she's doing, and I just think it is so refreshing and it is so wonderful. I also have to shout out Andy Cohen. I think he was talking to Nick Viall about the Golden Bachelor and the Golden Bachelorette and how Luann might be a perfect fit for it. I totally agree. I would tune in every single day. A Bravo Bachelorette, Golden Bachelor crossover. I am so here for it. And I think Luann would be fantastic. But shout out to Luann. She is doing it right. All right. Well, that is it for this week's episode of Getting Real with the Housewives. Let me know in the comments where you think the future of New Jersey should go, if you're excited about this upcoming season of OC, and what you think about Dubai so far. All right. Well, keep commenting, keep subscribing, and I'll see you next week.